Anthony Mackie explains what Captain America represents for him. Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term America should be one of those representations. It's about a man who keeps his word, has honor, dignity, and integrity. Now, some people misconstrued this as so on and so forth, so he had to come back and clarify, saying, let me be clear about this. I am a proud American, and taking on the shield of a hero like Cap is the honor of a lifetime. I have the utmost respect for the lives for those who serve and have served our country. Cap has universal characteristics that people all over the world can relate to, but for some strange reason, Nolly, it feels to me like he feels like he has to explain himself because his comments weren't necessarily clear. Can you kind of help me understand what it is that he was trying to say, what people are misconstruing, and was he right to begin with? Your take.
I feel like people have this idea that because his name is Captain America, that he stands for what America itself means, which on one hand, it can track. Because if we remember Captain America's origin, he was literally propaganda. He was a PR stunt. He was meant to sell stocks and bonds for war efforts. He was meant to amplify recruitment. But also, let's not forget that same Captain America definitely fought the U.S. government several times. Okay. He is a man of loyalty. He is a man who stands up for his word. It's just, I feel like people don't pay attention to Captain America's actual story, and they're so hooked on the red, white, and blue and the name that they don't want to do more than surface level when it comes to what Captain America is. I don't think Captain America represents America as it is, especially currently. So I think he's correct. Captain America isn't what people assume Captain America represented, and he not wrong. And the only people who didn't get it, well, we know who they are.
So it's interesting because I tend to agree with you, but I feel like where he started to kind of get a little choked up, because if you look at this response, let's just take another look at this response, because the response is a little telling to me. This indicates something to me. You tell me if you're feeling the same thing that I'm feeling here. When I look at this response, it clearly says, let me be clear about this. I'm a proud American, taking on the shield of a hero like Cap is an honor of life. I had utmost respect for those who serve and have served our country, as if that's the folks who were coming at him, as if veterans came out the woodwork and was like, how dare you? I served this country. You didn't serve Captain America, sir. You served the country. Okay, so like it's weird when folks try to like interpose whatever their ideals are and try to make a comment about one thing, about something completely opposite or completely irrelevant of that fact. And I feel like that's what's happening here. This is a clear stretch for folks to try to capitalize on them having to be forced to digest a Black Captain America that they more than likely don't want to see in the first place. I want to go ahead and bring in our other guest, our co-host as well, Mr. Anthony. I'm curious as to your take, man, on these comments. I hate to put you right on the screen, but bro, oh yeah, no, you in time out, bro. He get the tardy chair today. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And we started off by talking about the Captain America quote unquote controversial comments. And I don't even know if they're necessarily considered controversial. In my opinion, that's just me. And I'm curious about your take. Nolly says that he was not wrong. Definitely says that what he said does apply, and people are misconstruing what he said and aren't also considering the fact that that Mr. Captain America was propaganda in the beginning. What say you, my friend? What's your take?
Well, it's a lot of things. You got to take into consideration the actual source material. What Anthony Mackie says echoed what Steve Rogers often said in the comics. He would often go against the system. He would often have issues with his government and their decisions, and moved on to the belief that Captain America stood for the idealism of America as opposed to the nation itself. So I don't think he said anything wrong. I think Chris Evans used to say the same thing and still does. Like he says a lot of the same views or has some of the same opinions that Mackie is talking about right now. And that outrage didn't come out then. It's just that now
Right.
we're in a climate, we're in an environment, we're in a situation where some folks have feelings that they're looking for ways to justify letting out. And Anthony Mackie got picked today. He's the guy.
Exactly. I feel like that's exactly what it is, man. It's almost as if the anger that they have for seeing a Black Captain America is being used as a reason to give backlash on something that doesn't really warrant that much backlash, in my opinion. Does this, Yaz, do you think it slows down the progress of the movie? Do you think that folks will still go out to see this? Does this galvanize people, Black people perhaps, that may not have been that serious about going to see it, but are now like, oh, hold on, maybe this is the villain we need to get us to go out and get to the box office? What say you now? Yes.
I don't know. This movie, I think it's kind of weird that they're dropping it on Valentine's Day, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I just feel like his comments were just pre-backlashes, you know what I'm saying? With woke Twitter and everything like that. Like he just wanted to make sure that, he covered his basis on what he, you know what I'm saying, basically agrees and disagrees about being Captain America. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted that to be open, I think, before we saw the movie, which is kind of intriguing me more to see it, I think. So, I mean, I feel like this was a smart PR stunt kind of in a way, because it's, like at first I was like, okay, Captain America on Valentine's Day. I mean, I could wait, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to watch it like right away, because it's going to be either packed or it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll check the tickets in like a week and find out. But I mean, but this whole controversy with, you know what I'm saying, him publicly speaking and trying to basically, I guess put a disclaimer out there prior, so that way there aren't any hurt feelings about anybody having any misconceptions on his views towards being Captain America. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to make us want to go see the movie more. Like I want to go see the movie more now because of his comments. And you know what I'm saying? I wasn't that hyped to see it. So I don't know. We'll see if this helped his box office numbers. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. This movie, I feel like it wasn't. Marvel in general, they're not on my top watch list right now because of all of the shit they've been giving us. And me, I love Marvel. I'll kick for Marvel all day, but I've never been excited about Anthony Mackie becoming Captain America, and then him I just don't feel like he has enough cadence for a standalone movie, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I know that we mentioned that in the comments. I personally believe that if Anthony Mackie was Aaron Pierre, that we would already sold billions of tickets, and I feel like he's being slighted because of his looks and his appeal.
It's not his looks. It's like he's not giving me like leading man energy. Okay. He's giving me like, you know what I'm saying? Like sidekick energy. He's not giving me leading man, like big dick energy. He's giving me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm creeping out my home guy's car trying to hit on, you know what I'm saying? Like he's just, I don't know. Like, well, we'll see.
You just call him a scrub?
I didn't call him a scrub, but I implied.
I felt like that's where it was going.
I implied, you know what I'm saying? But that's just, I don't know. Like I liked him in certain things and other things I didn't like him in. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see, you know what I'm saying? Like we'll see if he got leading man energy, but for the TV shows, leading man energy, I mean, he did okay, but I mean, for I don't know if he got it for the movie.
Humor me, Yaz, because I'm interested. What? You said you liked them for some roles, but not for others. What roles did you like them in?
Okay, so I don't know why, but I just like him in general. In all the Marvel movies, he wasn't that appealing to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? As Falcon, like, I mean, it was a good, we needed representation. We needed our Black, you know what I'm saying, character in there. But I just, as far as part of the Avengers, like Falcon wasn't always my favorite. You know what I'm saying? And like, but I did like him in what was it that he played in on Paramount, the video game Twisted Metal. Thank you. I don't know why that slipped my mind. I love that freaking game. Like the clown freaking Oh,
Yeah.
it's my favorite. Anyway, but yeah, like Twisted Metal, I did actually enjoy him in that TV series. Like I was very surprised. I went into it with like very low expectations, and I'm not gonna lie, I was nicely, you know, just had my whole mind just blown that he could have, you know, some good main character energy, but it just wasn't enough for me to like, oh, let's put him in a movie as Captain America. Like, I don't know. I just hope that the sidekick or the villain is gonna definitely they got to be up to par, because no offense to Anthony Mackie, I like him as an individual. It's just as far as like certain roles he plays, he's not my favorite.